Since 2004, after my graduation, I was working with United Nations World Food Program. My always wish remained that since we Tharis have always been struggling with the repeated droughts, repeated famines, and sometimes repeated calamities, how we can do or how we can mitigate such problems on which are happening since last 100 or more than 100 years recorded history. Yes, it has been happening since over centuries, but since we have a record of last 100 years or so. When I was working with the United Nations, we went to Qasim, and somehow we stuck there in the night. So we were sitting with the villagers, and I asked one question to the villagers that what exactly is the problem? Some of them was telling us water is our biggest issue. Some of them was, yes, food is our biggest issue. And a gentleman was plus 70 or maybe 80 years old. He was sitting somewhere in the corner and he said, I said, Uncle, what is your issue? What do you think? He said, paper. It was surprisingly, paper, what is the paper issue? He said, currency, money. We lived here with our commodities exchange, and somehow we survived. Since this paper has taken over, now we sell everything and we buy the problems that now we are facing. So same thing, same understanding with me. I always thought that the local wisdom with the global resources can resolve this issue. And by that design, since 2004, we draw policy guidelines at least for the drought hit areas, particularly for the Sindh. And my point of view remain with that is start with the district level. We suggested two monitoring committees at least at the district level. One should be the elected representatives, whether it is a local council or the provincial level representation or the national level representation. And the other committee should consist of the department levels, which is the governance side. And I suggested them that its latest one committee should monitor everything and one committee should assess everything and then come to a district level, and therefrom onwards we can draw a policy based on your own local wisdom, what you have seen it. Now, I have seen on so many forums discuss the same things. People talk about that sitting in Karachi or Islamabad or anywhere else or any donor agency forum, they said, let us alleviate the poverty. And how? But it's a question always remained very much questionable that how you do this. My grandfather used to tell us that they used to store their grains for certain days when there will be a drought. In the rainy season, when there were ample amount of grains available, but they used to store it in their own compounds, but they don't use it even though rainy season. They use the alternative means so that they can survive accordingly. Once there is a drought, they used to consume that goods in the drought days. And same for the fodder for their livestock. Since the livestock is the only asset in desert, particularly, they don't have anything else except the livestock. So we draw this policy, and on experimental basis, we definitely did what it is that we hired a people on union council basis, and then we paid them, and then we put a questionnaire to everyone Just go to the union council, go to a village by village, and then let us know what is the water position, what is the salinity, how much the salinity in the water, what are the health problems, what are the educational problems, what are all other related issues, how many shops are there, what exactly is people are buying. So when we had the data, my conclusion that we have not educated our people, at least the civic education. We survived, my family survived, my grandfather, my ancestors, or many of Tharis sitting here, they have survived so many droughts. But how they survived it is that they used from their sufferings, they challenge those sufferings. And when I say challenge the sufferings, means they adopt the other means. Whatever the resources available with them, they use those wisely. And when I say policy making, it means that I'm not against the interactive kind of model we can draw from different parts of the world. But my mean is that we have to adopt this according to the local custom. We cannot or we should not eliminate or talk against the culture that we are living in. Yes, there are, corporate models may come inside you, may come in and you want to replicate the same thing in your village area, but no, we cannot do this. We have to model it according to the local customs that we are living in. So by that design, we draw a conclusion that we have to educate our people through this means. We cannot individually go. We have to make a policy. From that policy, we can educate our people through the media, through now social media, through different forums, through NGOs, through village councils, through union councils, through representatives. Now you have an ample amount of people available to propagate what exactly you want to let the people understand, or you educate the people. So, by all means, my one line is that please use the local wisdom while drawing the policies. And this is what we have to do it. I really thank you very much.